Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. And now we're actually live. I just went live and I was talking for 2 minutes. I was telling you everything. I was telling you what I was going to tell you. I was talking about Zipify. I was talking about how great this thing is. Nobody could hear me. Not a single person could hear anything. And folks stuck with me, which I really appreciate. So thanks for sticking with me. But now we're actually live. We're live again. And, we do this. While I'm telling you that I'm going to live, I'm going to verify it. We do this, once every 6 weeks or so. And it's for our company, Zipify Apps. Zipify is a software as a service provider for Shopify stores. And we've been doing that for some time, where we build software that supports people with Shopify stores in essentially getting more from their store. And we're the number one folks in the upsell space. So if you have a Shopify store and you're interested in increasing your average order value, you come hang out with us and you put our product on your store and it makes your store function better. And, we're pretty stoked that you're willing to do that. And we're also really stoked on building this product that we've been now working on since 2014. So it is, 7 or 8 years of iteration on this product. And now, Shopify's popular and everyone thinks it's cool and, it's all fancy and stuff. But when we started, it was not that way. So it's nice to see the energy come into the space. And so these sessions are for me to answer your questions. I'll tell you about a few cool things that we've got going on in our companies, some interesting stuff. But it's really your opportunity as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a Shopify store owner, to get some direct one-to-one FaceTime with me. Many of you are customers of mine. You buy my Smart Marketer courses. You come to my mastermind events. You're in Zipify Apps. Like, you support my business by being a customer of it, which I'm grateful for. Thank you. I've walked this road of entrepreneurship from do-it-yourself entrepreneur, working a full-time job with no money and no funding, to now, 4 companies. One I just bought. I just bought a company that'll do somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 to 30 million this year in e-commerce business. I'll show you a little bit about it right now. So 4 companies, and across those 4 companies, over 150 team members, 120 or 30 of them I hired myself, and the other 20 or 30 I just purchased with this company that I bought. But I figured some stuff out about how to do this in a good way, in a positive way, in a way that is not super stressful, and in a way that is profitable, which I think is the most important thing, is to run a business that is focused on profitability and not on scale. So it's an opportunity to ask me questions. You've got questions about life, about love, about all the above, about business, let me know, and I'm happy to answer those questions for you. You can ask it right here in the comments section. I can see Big Steve's in the building here. Check him out. He's living his best life out here with a giant-ass microphone. Check this dude out. Let's see if his picture doesn't get any bigger as I make that bigger. Anyway, Steve's in the building. We got Jeff Wenberg in the building. So I'll show you guys some stuff now. We can see Christina Zaneski's in the building. She's a Zipify customer support advocate. So if you have technical questions or anything like that, she can answer those for you. So while we're waiting for folks to join, let me show you some stuff. Show you some things out here. By the way, if you're on my team and you need to get a hold of me, you can text me, because that's the only thing I'll be looking at. Damn, we got Big Brian in the building. Check out this dude's shirt. Let me show you this. You've never seen a shirt this dope. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Look at his shirt. Oh, I pushed him off the screen. See if I can get him back on the screen here. No, can't get it back on the screen. Anyways, Brian's got a dope shirt. It's coming from Lake Tahoe, California, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's take a quick look at Richard says, I'm the best. He says, I am the best. He says, me? The best. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. The best at what? He doesn't quite specify. So what I am the best at is up for debate, but that I am the best is not up for debate, according to that guy. We got Catherine Kozel in the building from Canada. We got Paul Russell out here just looking fully ready. We got Athena in the building, Amazon, mastermind, event coordinator. Check her out. And she's got a dope headshot too. Hell of exclamation points. In fact, She says, hi. I thought those were exclamation points after the H. I thought that's how excited she was. But no, there's just a bunch of exclamation points after my name. We got Mike Wen in the building. You win. You say that win, Ewan. Anyways, he's got a dope looking Porsche situation and a leather jacket. Cool guy. Laura's out here. Oh, damn. Laura's out here. And she said, you know what, dude? She said, I'm going to get rid of my Facebook profile picture. She said, you can't see me. I'm invisible. I'm hidden on social media. I'm anonymous. Kyle Westcott in the building from Reno. Welcome to the party. Dude's got some sunglasses. Your boy has got some sunglasses. We got Pedro Duarte Almeida out here from, I don't know where that flag is. Maybe, I'm not even going to try because I don't want to mess it up and get in trouble. Serena from Palestine. Oh, damn. We got Mark who said, yellow backdrop. Let me make myself stand out a little bit. From the Philippines, Danny's out here. We got Daryl Quarles in the building. We got Camilo here. We got Karina. We got Mandy. We got Lithuania represented. Berlin. Yo, is it because I'm doing this early in the day that we've got all the international folks? Berlin, Portugal, Atlanta, Paul Williams doing the damn thing. Oh, it's Portugal. Hey, my buddy Chingle, who's the designer for Zipify, is getting married in Portugal in August. He is in Lisbon, Portugal, and he got engaged at my wedding celebration. He's now been engaged for 5 or 6 years, so he's finally doing the damn thing. Roy's in the building from the Philippines. Jordan says, what up, what up? Triple high five. And Jordan's got some kind of a suede jumpsuit going down, doing the damn thing from the UK. We got Ari in the building from Israel. We got Alicia out here doing it from San Diego. Kareem's in the building. Oh, Mike's from the Netherlands. All right, rock and roll. Fucking Netherlands out here. Ismail out here from the UK. Nick Lynn from Los Angeles. Well, as I was saying before, I'm gonna and we got Denmark out here. Damn, dude, you look like you're from Denmark. Full on, bro. You look like you just came out of a sauna just now. That's how Denmark you look right now. Denmark, you know, the high fade, the beard. It's looking good. Tadas is out here, and he's professional. Okay, he's understated and professional. Hell of a picture there. We got Giselle out here. Kids yoga stories from Boston and Portland. Is that like Team Kids Yoga Stories? Is that like telling the story of kids who've gotten into yoga and improved their self-confidence and how they feel in their body and their ability to excel in their scholastic endeavors and shit? Curious about what that is. Faraz from Tunisia. I had this roommate when I lived on 12th Street, 12th and Avenue A, Alphabet City, New York City, 2007. I had a roommate back in the day when you would fucking rent rooms in New York City to random people. This woman, Faten, and she was dope, dude. She was super cool, and she was Tunisian, and she had her whole family. A whole family of Tunisians came and stayed on our couch. There was like 9 of them, and they were wonderful. And that's my only experience with Tunisia was Faten, and she's still my friend to this day. We got Etienne from Budapest in the building. We got Beatrice from Sweden. We got Namanja from Austria, and Danny's from saying he is on the LES, and Tadas is very happy to be here. You're happy to be here. I have done nothing yet. So far, we have gotten 8 minutes of me just actually giving you no value other than some level of entertainment. And then real quick, this woman is saying that what her business does is they provide yoga cards, books, and teaching resources for students and teachers, bringing yoga and mindfulness to children. That's cool. Yeah, I started doing yoga when I was like 15 as a way to increase my flexibility for competitive judo, and I found it very effective. I loved doing yoga as a teenager. I tore shit up, and that really did work for me. I then quit yoga many years ago. Whole other story. I'm still. Listen, I will stretch, but doing yoga as like one of my athletic or consistent physical endeavors is no longer in my grouping of things that I find pleasurable. Paul Kason's in the building out here. Dude's got a smile. You know, if you could smile in your profile pic, that's what I'm talking about, man. And Amy's out here. A lot of dudes be like doing the blue steel, which is, there's nothing wrong with that either. We got Haha Entertainment ready. Oh, she says Haha Entertainment ready for the value. Okay. Yeah. All right. She's like, all right, dude, enough of this bullshit. Let's get to talking about some real stuff. Okay. Well, I will get into that now. Go ahead and like this, share it, comment on it, spread it to other business owners. If you're not a business owner, you don't have an e-commerce store or some kind of business, this stuff is probably less interesting for you. But if you do have a business and you're an entrepreneur of any kind, then this will be fun for you. You'll get value. So if you have questions about your business, you want me to review your landing page, you got a question about something going on in your business, you got to fight with your business partner, whatever. Anything on the entrepreneurial tip, lifestyle, or business, I am, happy to answer your questions. But in the meantime, let's have ourselves a look at a couple quick things here, and then we'll get into your questions. So, all right. So this is Zipify Pages. This is One Click Upsell. And this is for a new brand that I just purchased. And this brand is called Overtone Color. And it is a e-commerce brand that sells hair color. And I just bought it in January, and I've been running it for the last couple months with my team. And we implemented One Click Upsell on it. They didn't have any pre-purchase upsells in place, so we added a pre-purchase upsell here. And what you can see that this is an interesting style. In One Click Upsell, you can do a lot of different kinds of pre-purchase upsells. So one of them that you can do, so you can have a couple different incentives here. So you can have a free shipping incentive. You could have a, for example, get 10% off, when you spend $20, but get, 15% off when you spend $30, and get, 20% off when you spend $40. So when someone goes to check out, depending on what's in their shopping cart, as they add products to their order, they will, as you can see, be able to, the more they add, the bigger the order gets, they'll be able to reach a bigger discount threshold as they go, which is pretty sweet. It's called incentivized average order value building pre-purchase. So basically we're incentivizing them to increase their average order value. So something that you might not know about average order value is that arguably it's the first, and a lot of people will say it's the second most important metric because they'll say lifetime customer value, but I would put it on par with that. And the reason is, well, LTV is probably a little bit more important, but the reason is that 8 out of 10 people who buy from you will never come back. They're gone. That's it. They're never coming back. And if you have 50% repeat business in your store, it's because those 2 out of 10 people who bought a second time are willing to buy a third, a fourth, a fifth time. So you lose 8 out of 10 people who buy from your store, they're gone for the rest of your life. So increasing that average order value during the ordering process is a really important thing to do. And this really helps, right? This is a pre-purchase average order value. So anyways, here the incentive that we were running was free shipping. And we were doing over $55. And you can see that we have multiple pre-purchase upsells. Now let me show you how this is like a pre-purchase upsell, and it shows you all of our best sellers. Hey, all this stuff that you may not have got. And each one of these, notice that we've got a star rating, we've got a unique selling proposition, we've got unique selling propositions in image format, we've got a little bit of either a testimonial or a product description, we've got a call to action button, and then we've got a final continue button down here. And you can do all kinds of editing on this. Well, this is different than a pre-purchase upsell on Boom, for example, where, here, pre-purchase, we're basically just like, hey, why not add our second most popular item? And it's a single item pre-purchase upsell. You can do that as well. And you can see that's worth $4 a visit. We split tested it against this other item, and it crushed it in conversion. And the other thing that you can do pre-purchase is you can say, hey, that's another multi-item pre-purchase. Let me show you this. You can say, hey, take the item that's in your cart and replace it with this item that is that includes it. So replace it with a bundle that includes it. So this item that you're buying, it's in this bundle. So you can literally swap the item out of your cart and get the bundle, and you get additional products and you save money. So that's 3 different types of upsells. It's a multi-item pre-purchase upsell. That's a add a single item pre-purchase upsell, and that's a swap for a bundle pre-purchase upsell. They're all good depending on your product category and mix. Well, here we decided to do a multi-item pre-purchase upsell, and we wanted to test the difference between 5 products, and we started with 1 and then 2 and then 3. And every time, I'll just make these smaller, the more products in the pre-purchase upsell converted better. So in this case, $1.26 per person who saw the pop-up versus $1.07. So an extra 20 cents per person who saw the pop-up with 5 items that they could select from versus the person who saw the pop-up with 3 items they could select from. And so basically what that shows you is that, like most people, like the conversion rate on the scalp massager is the highest on both of them, right? And then the conversion rate on the serum here is higher than any other conversion rate on any of these other ones. But the more options, only 0.97% of people took this remedy product. But those people, they weren't going to say yes to the scalp massager, the fader shampoo, or these other ones. But that item got them. So more items is performing better in the pre-purchase upsell if you're going to do multiple than less. So fill it out with all 5 items essentially. And if you want to include an incentive, such as a discount threshold or a free shipping bar, you can, or you can just have a straight up banner where you have no additional incentive besides what's in the product. And of course, you could also, if you wanted, set these at a discount, right? And say, this is 15% off, and then that will auto apply to their order when they add that. But I don't personally discount my pre-purchase upsells. I will offer free shipping over a threshold, but I generally don't discount my pre-purchase upsells. So with that said, let's come back. And that's with one-click upsell. By the way, if you're a one-click upsell user, go ahead and leave us a review on the Shopify App Store. That would be helpful for us. Let's see. We've got this person who says, I have an online mattress store, bluewoven.com. Let's take a look at this person's store, bluewoven.com, and we'll talk about what they got going on. So, stay updated, receive sleep wellness tips, promo information, and enter email to join below. Okay, that's fine, but there's not really an incentive here. You'll notice on Boom, what we're doing that's working really well is, and it may not pop for me because there we go. Look at the difference, dude. Are you going to opt in for this? Or are you going to opt in for this? Unlock your mystery discount. And we've also found that image backdrops outconvert standard text pop-ups like this by about 10%. So you notice there's an image back here. This is far more compelling than what you have going on. Also, we're not asking for the name. Sometimes we'll ask for a phone number, but a lot of times we will just ask for email if we're not doing an SMS 2-step pop-up. So I think your pop-up could use some work, but I do like that it pops up immediately. Now you have nothing but a home and a shop. There's no about us, contact us, why buy from us, nothing. And so you need to round out your content, right? Like notice that we have who we are, our story, why we care, what you should buy from us about, FAQ about our products, reviews. These are content pages that will make your site look more legit. Also, this just says join the blue. Nobody knows what that is. So you can see we've got join the club, so you might just change that to join the club because it's cleaner. And then on this page, look at the difference between your opt-in page and ours. Here's what 40,000 women are in this thing. Here's what you get. Here's a little bit more about it. Here's another opt-in. Like you have Zipify pages, you have this template. Why wouldn't you use this template? Because this is not that great. Homepage, just looking on desktop, the copy, this is an image, so it's all giant and like hard to read. So if you're going to have this much copy, don't put it on an image because it's not like, I say, okay, so you're hiding that image on mobile. You're using the Zipify Pages feature to hide the image on mobile, which makes sense. But from desktop perspective, like this is all centered. It's kind of weird. It's like blue on blue copy. It's like this text isn't doing you any favors. I would probably get rid of this block. You got a quiz, okay. Shop now, all centered, kind of, I don't know, your text is a little, it's just like, look at the difference, like, between my homepage and yours. Like, my text's easier to read. My image, I do have a testimonial on it, but it's smaller and just simpler. And then I get straight into the products. Like, your homepage is, I mean, you got your story, that's cool. I like that. But I think the upper part of your homepage could use a little work. Now let's go to the shop page here. I like that you're using the carousel block. You got some weird spacing issues going on that you could easily fix here. You don't have perceived actionability. So perceived actionability is when you hover and swap. By the way, you're using Zipify pages. I'm using Zipify pages. So you have all this same technology. Notice I got my star ratings. Those are much better. Notice that I don't have like wasted space here. It's all like filled in. You've got a decent amount of wasted space. I see you've got all these different categories of product. Yeah, you got a lot of products here. So under shop, these are your categories. So what I would probably do is get rid of this blue line here and get rid of this shop now, because you're like wasting tons of space, and just have your categories here and then your products. Oh, is it all anchored? So basically these are anchorable links. I see. So it's a little hard to see what you're doing here. I think what's happening is these links anchor you. No, they take you to a whole new page. They don't anchor you down. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I can tell you that just like blue on black, what stands out is the blue on black. And I'm sure a lot of people are shopping this on mobile. Okay, you got your carousel. See, this is better. This layout here is better than this layout because on mobile we found that the 2-column, 2-row layout converted better. So if I go back to the main shop page on mobile, look, you got a double menu going on. So basically you've got a menu within a menu. It's a little weird. I would get rid of these giant things on mobile that are breaking up the page, that are like the words are kind of broken. I would just have all your products listed. Or if you're going to do categories, just do text on white, make it simpler. And I'd probably get rid of this. If you're going to use an anchorable link like that, the link that you want is this one here. And what it is it's called a scrollable navigation. So basically you don't have to do the one with images, but basically what this does on mobile is it scrolls. So they can scroll that left and right, and then you can anchor that to the top, and then that can, as you scroll, it's sticky, so it'll stay with you. So basically you can make that sticky, and then as you scroll, that stays with you. I don't think I actually made it sticky. That stays with you. As you scroll down, but it's not doing it for some reason. I think I didn't actually make it sticky. And that would be a better menu than what you've got going on, is the scrollable navigation menu. And there's another one that we have actually where you can go. Let's find it. Well, I'll take someone else's question, but basically you got a little work to do on your layout here. And then let's go to your shop and your best sellers. Look at your number one product here. So, okay. Decent pictures. No lifestyle pictures. I'd add that in. No customer testimonial. Cart page looks like it needs some work. The blue on black, you need a little work on your overall design. Also, you have no social proof. So you got to fix that issue. Otherwise, I like that you've built it in Zipify pages, and I think you're on the right track. All right. A lot of questions came in here. Let's scroll back up. So, would Zipify work well for a site like ours that has lots of different kinds of items? Yeah, I got 100 SKUs on my hair color brand, and I've got Zipify Upsell on it. Let's see. Does one-click upsell work best if you're selling items without variants like size and color? We list all our items by color rather than style. Can we customize which item pops as an upsell? Yeah. So each individual item can have an upsell, and that upsell could be a variant of another item. It doesn't even have to be the main item. It could be just one variant. You can select what variant you want the upsell to be. You can trigger the upsells based on a specific variant. So it works for all that, which is cool. Let's see. All right. Let's look at this person's stuff. Jacob says, we use Zipify and OCU to scale, and here is our product. So let's take a look at their product. Do you know how many coffee companies there are these days? It's crazy how many coffee companies there are. But here's another one. Let's take a look at it. All right. So this is a good looking page. Customer testimonial in the header. Nice Zipify Pages header. It's a sticky header. You've got your call to action here. Let's take a look at how it looks on mobile. Good solid mobile layout. Nice drop down. Flavored coffee, it's all we talk about. So big banner call to action to shop your flavored coffees. Just straight up sales copy on the homepage. Sales video. It's kind of like a long form sales letter. And then ultimately you get the products that you're selling here. So a lot of activity. Bundles, subscriptions, gear, tea, contact. Big call to action to get you to essentially place where you've got some anchors to different items. So decent little collection page. Subscriptions here on the using a different header here. And then these pages are a little funky, a little hard to read. I'm not a big fan of the image backdrop e-commerce page myself. I just always find they get out converted by cleaner looking pages. The white on sort of the translucent blue. It's a little difficult. But let's take a look on mobile because it may just be the desktop thing. I think you'd be better off with a less designy type buy box here. Also, I don't see that clear carousel here. I know you can looks, but make it clearer that there's a carousel. But overall, not terrible. But good Lord, there's a lot of these questions coming in. So let me get to the next person here. This is an interesting one. When gross profit is 50 to 55%, what amount of gross sales do you recommend on brand amplification? So do you mean brand amplification in terms of overall advertising? Or do you mean brand amplification in terms of like a specific amplification campaign? Also, get this, my wife is somewhere and she's going to be there all day and she needs me to Uber Eats her a burger, which I'm going to do. And while I'm doing that, because I'm a good husband who takes care of his lady and it's very important to me and she needs my help right now. And even though I am here with you good people, I'm still going to do that. While I'm doing that, I'm going to talk to you about the most important, because I can do this and talk to you about something really important, which is your margin structure, right? Which is what you're asking about. So basically, when it comes to e-commerce, your gross margin is arguably the most important thing in your business. Let me explain. So basically, let's say you are buying a product. Let's just take an example from my business, okay? I am buying a tub of face cream, okay? Now, I need the tub itself, which is the, plastic or ocean waste plastic or glass jar. I need the seal, so that's the seal, the heat seal that goes on top of it. I need the formulation, the, mixture that goes inside of it, which is the actual cream itself. Then I need a label around it, or I need that jar screen printed. And then I need it shrink wrapped. Okay. So basically that is called true cost of goods, which is componentry and fill, or if you're in electronics, it's just straight componentry. So your true cost of goods. Let's imagine that's $5, or let's say $7, which is a little more accurate, okay? Now, on top of that, for that order, right, for the product itself that I'm going to sell to someone, not only do I have that true cost of goods, but I also have any ride-alongs that go in. My brochure, right? My brochure, my package insert, the actual box itself that I ship it in, or the shipping envelope that it's going to be shipped in, something like that's going to have to go in a box because it's delicate, it's glass. So the box that it ships in, the tissue paper that goes in it. So maybe that for the box and the in the package inserts, the card inserts, and maybe that jar goes in a carton. So maybe now I have secondary packaging, which is a paper carton that the jar goes in that has stuff printed on it. The person opens the paper carton, gets the jar out, unshrink wraps the jar, opens the lid, pulls off the heat seal, accesses their products. There's all that, right? Maybe there's another dollar in cost between box and ride-alongs and blah, 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 right? So now I'm at $8. But then there's shipping that from my manufacturer to my third-party logistics company that's going to ship it out to me. So that's an extra, 20 cents, 30 cents per unit to ship it out there. So now I'm at like $8.20. And then if I'm a business that offers free shipping, now I got to add that in, right? So let's say that's, $3 an order. On average, let's say the free shipping threshold is $55, right? So on average, I'm, but if you don't spend $55, I charge $8 for shipping. So on average, I'm losing 30 cents an order because some people are under and some people are over, whatever. Okay, so let's just say it's $9. So if I am selling that $9 product for $27, I've got $18 in profit per order. But $18 in profit per order is probably not enough for me to go out there and advertise. I probably need more like $25 or $30 in profit per order. So I either need a higher average order value, which means somebody buys more than one item, or I need to raise the price even higher so that I make enough enough profit on that. So let's just imagine that you are at a 50% profit margin, gross profit, right? So you got $50 left after 100, not including your administrative costs and stuff like that, your team and all that jazz, just including all the things that I was telling you about and shipping. Then you got to pay for marketing. You got, let's say you bring $100 in, there's 50 left before marketing, before team salary, before insurance, right? That's what a 50 to 55% profit margin is what you're describing is cost of goods, cost of shipping, cost of componentry, cost of secondary packaging. You end up with $50 left after you spent $100. But from that $50, you got to pay for marketing, and you got to pay for team salary, and you got to pay for any auxiliary expenses, insurance, and so on and so forth. So if that's the case, if you're at a 50%, profit margin there, you probably cannot afford to spend more than 25% of your total revenue on marketing. So for example, if you made $100, let's just imagine in a simple scenario, your average order value was $100, okay? If your average order value is $100 and you've got a 50% margin, you've got 50 left after you cover cost of goods and shipping and all that jazz. Then you spend $25 on marketing. So you spent $25 to get a sale on ads. Now you have $25 left for team and overhead and ultimately some level of profit. So if you're running at a 50% gross margin, you probably can't afford to spend more than 25% max on overall brand amplification. Maybe that was too deep for you, but basically I like to be running at a 80% plus margin in my business, 70%, 60 at the lowest, because it can be really hard to be profitable if your margin is that low. So, especially with what advertising costs today. Okay, so with that said, I was able to explain that to you and order my wife a burger. Stoked. Thanks for bearing with me. I was a little slower, but I did just win Husband of the Day award. All right. Hey, I know this guy. I grew up with this guy, Stevie Lorne. Hey, buddy, how's it going? This guy, his younger brother Bubba was in my class at Sunset Beach Elementary, on the North Shore of Haleiwa, Hawaii, and I used to go over and hang out at their house all the time at Keiki Beach or Sharks Cove, somewhere around there. So how's it, brada? You've inspired me to try out Shopify. I was always curious about the profitability that may come by using it. Of course, with the great pointers you provide the public with, you're a good dude. Peace, buddy. You're North Shore boy. Yeah, I mean, I would go through my courses on Shopify. I have some courses on there. And basically, like, if you're going to do drop shipping, which is the way most people get started, it's going to be hard to be profitable. I think white labeling, where you create your own product and you can control the profit margin, like I was just talking about. The problem with drop shipping is you can't really mark up the product that much. Generally, a whole bunch of other people have the same thing, and it's a really competitive landscape. And most of the time, the product that you're drop shipping just isn't that great. You don't have control over manufacturing. You don't have control over, whether or not it was made ethically or came from some fucking factory in China, where you don't know if they're using slave labor or whatever. And so, it's better if you can create your own product, because you then have control over what goes into it, how it's made, where it's made. We try to make as much of our stuff in the obviously all of our skin creams and cosmetics and everything. We bring in componentry from overseas because you literally cannot get it here. You can't get plastic and glass and ocean waste plastic and stuff like that in America. You only get it in Taiwan and India and Israel and China. But I think COVID has shown us that outsourcing the supply chain of basically everything overseas is a terrible strategy for a nation state, and that we really ought to bring back American manufacturing. And that's why I support American manufacturing, because I believe in America and I believe in our ability to make stuff here, and I believe it's better to give jobs to folks here who need them. And also it's better for the economy to be able to rely on supply chain, in our own territories, because you're safer that way. It's harder for supply chain to break down. Of course, there still is global supply chain issues no matter what, depending on what bulk material you're trying to get to make the stuff that you're making. But even still, it's better. And so, made in America stuff is really good. If you can find something that you're making here that's good, that's high quality, and you can charge more for it, because you know what? Consumers are willing to pay more for it because they believe in that too. So I'd recommend that if you're getting started. All right. This dude's talking about how can you customize buy boxes? I love the new ones. So let me show this gentleman how to customize a buy box real quick. Let's look at their website right quick. So let's see. Aspire. Aspire. I don't know why I couldn't read that. And I wanted to call your company Aspire, which is hilarious. And totally inaccurate. So let's look at the big homie's company here, see what he's doing, what is he selling out here, or she for that matter, because I can't see the picture. Oh, it's it's a guy and a gal here in this photo. They look quite happy together. That's cool. But the name I can see is Elise. So Elise, I'm assuming, is a woman's name. Okay. Over 2,000 parents agree this all-natural probiotic has changed their child's life after ASD or neurodivergent diagnosis. Whoa, so it's some medical stuff. It's a probiotic for children. I like that you got some social proof and a good headline. Created by a dad on a mission to help his son who was diagnosed with ASD. Kind of tells the story. So this is great. Good picture of happy mom. I'll take a look at what it looks like on mobile. Sort of more of a sales lettery type homepage. Yeah, it looks great on mobile. Headline, subheadline, little mini description. Header not taking up too much space. So good direct response optimized. These probably not the greatest. This kind of clip art with, it's like this stuff doesn't really work that well. 19 ingredients. So I guess you're sending people here who are already aware what ASD is and why they would want a probiotic. Good social proof. Little known secret to heal your heal the gut bacteria. So it's kind of like a gut bacteria thing for kids. So it's basically a long form sales letter. Well done long form sales letter. Lots of call to actions interspersed. Lots of social proof. Good little founder story. And let's see if they don't say what ASD is. So I'm not sure what ASD is. But yeah, it's like a straight up long form sales letter, which is sweet. And then when you click I see. Looks like this is actually a Zipify page. And then you got your buy box here. This is definitely a Zipify page's buy box here, which is sweet. So how do you customize it? I mean, I can show you inside Zipify pages. It looks like you did a pretty decent job customizing it. You don't have enough pictures in your carousel, and you don't have a video in your carousel, and you don't have a customer testimonial up here. But otherwise, the buy box looks decent. Nice little money back guarantee under the buy button. Good, solid perceived actionability. I mean, there's the longest sales page in the world. Has anyone ever seen a page longer than this? Nice little FAQ. Looks like you got some CSS styling and some reviews. So it's kind of like a single page sales letter, essentially, which anchors to a Zipify dynamic bundle offer buy box where they have the 3-pack. This is very smart, by the way. You'll notice that we do the same thing here on Boomsilk, where we start with the 8 ounce and then you go to 4 and then 2 instead of 2, 4, 8. And we had like a 60% increase in 8 ounce orders when we defaulted to it like that. And they're defaulting to the 3-pack, which makes a lot of sense. And they've got the nice best value button on it. So it looks good. I don't know what your question is around, how do you optimize that? But I'm happy to give you more information if you want. And Elise says, yes, I'm a woman. So sorry, Elise. I wasn't sure because you had Duder over here. I guess that's just male chauvinism or sexism. See the man, assume he's the business owner. Kind of an asshole am I. So let's go back to, all right, here's a good one from your boy, Dan. And if you've got more, let me know. But that was my commentary. All right, so here we got Dan McLoughlin. Dan McLoughlin. I guess maybe that's Irish McLoughlin. McLoughlin. Dan McLoughlin. How do you say that, dude? How do you phonetically say that? I'd be curious. Dan McLoughlin from Ireland. I don't think that's an Irish accent. Dude's got his wedding photo and his kid, or a kid. Maybe not his. We don't know. It's Scottish, Scotland, haggis. Dan McLoughlin, but he's from the UK. Okay, well, he probably talks more like, see, the UK accent. UK accent, I have a hard time. Oh damn! Look at this. This just in. My chauvinism and sexism was fucking accurate, dude. Thanks. He is the business owner, but I'm his girlfriend, and I work on our pages. So, yeah. Anyways. Well, I'm glad that you're here and interested, and I'm glad that you're making the business better. And I called your business Aspire, but then I assumed, right? They say don't assume, it makes an ass out of you, or me, however that works. Anyways, I'm glad my assumption was right in that case. But let's get back to your boy, Dan I don't remember what the first one was. Dan McLoughlin. Dan, okay. I'm struggling to scale past $50,000 euros per month, even with an 85% gross profit margin. Yeah, baby, that's a good gross profit margin. Average order value is $34, and I'm focused heavily on AOV and retention. And I may be able to get 5 to 10% more with testing, but it's not going to move the needle extensively. The product is already expensive in the market, costume jewelry. So without changing my whole business model, what can I do? More product. That's it. It's like, okay, you got some winners and you're at $50K a month and you're working on average order value and you're working on scaling. You need more SKUs, more items. Let me show you something, dude. Take a look at this. Guess what? When I launched Boom, it was 1, 2, 3, 4 items. Then the next year I added 5 and 6. And by the way, 5 was actually 3 SKUs. So it's like 8 items because there's 3 different options. Then I added 7, 8, 9, 10. I probably have like 20 SKUs now. So the more product that you develop and get out there, especially if you have a winning front end, you have a product that people are willing to come and buy, and you're struggling to scale that, Maybe you've reached the limit of people who are willing to buy whatever particular piece of costume jewelry that is, even with a good market. So you need more options, more things, more upsells and cross sells, more things to sell the customers that came in to buy one that they liked next year when they're ready for more costume jewelry. So it's about scaling your product catalog. 400 SKUs. So you have 400 SKUs, which means you have a lot. Then your issue is probably traffic volume. It's probably like you're just not, I mean, if you're profitable, are you doing $75,000 a year profitably? You're making money? It's going well? If the answer is yes, and you just are struggling to scale, perhaps you've got a seasonal business. I know when I ran a Halloween business, it was like pretty slow for most of the year, and then 2 months out of the year, it was just gangbusters. And you probably need to ramp up your traffic sources, because it could be that your ability to generate visibility for the items in an effective manner needs work. 400 SKUs and a 20% profit, most in Q4. Exactly. So you got a seasonal business. So maybe you take that 20% of profit and you do what I did, which is you use it, you run your seasonal business, you be stoked on it, you be happy that it's a $100,000 a year business, and you take that TikTok would be good for you, but you take that, that's what Big Ari says. You take that, 20K in profit and you invest it in a business that's not seasonal. So you use the cash flow from one business, one asset, to build another asset. Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming up on the hour mark. I done been rambling, y'all. I've been rambling at you. So what else do you want me to get to in the next 5 minutes? Any questions? It says, every time I try to push Facebook spend, ROAS falls off a cliff. Yeah, so basically you've got a very small percentage of the market that is interested in this stuff year round that you can run ads to profitably. And then in your big seasons, you go really heavy. And then you search for other sources, maybe Google Shopping, maybe Google Search, maybe TikTok, maybe Pinterest. You got to search for some additional visibility sources. All right. We are in the skincare business. Take a look at our website. Hey, Kez, do you happen to work for Tom Mitchell? Do you happen to be an associate of the legend himself, Tom Mitchell? If so, I'd like to know, because that man, he's the man. He's a good dude. He's an OG in the TV space. So let's take a look at. Yeah, Tom Mitchell. Hell yeah, dude. Tom Mitchell's the man. Big fan of Tom Mitchell. So, okay, 10% off. I'd probably get rid of whatever this is, this live chat pop-up with Facebook Messenger. I wouldn't use Facebook Messenger as my live chat. I like your pop-up. You got your fast shipping. You got the ability to X out that, which is kind of nice. Your navigation links are a little small, so you might want to make that bigger. The white, this giant image here is a little, like this image backdrop with the white text. It's a little hard to read. I get the shop now buttons and I get the beauty awards and stuff like that. But it's a little tough. This doesn't really do it for you. The button kind of gets lost. So you kind of, your desktop and even your mobile, I would probably get rid of this whole block and just, go with a headline, go with a, something simple that gets to the point a little bit more. Got some nice testimonials. Got a video here. Probably put that on YouTube. Yeah, okay. I would change this. I would rebuild this collection page with the new Zipify Pages collection block and model it after Boom. And then I can see you're using our formula, which is great. You got your customer testimonial. You got your star rating. You don't have any in context. Like these images, they look fake. So I would get some real lifestyle images of actual customers in this carousel. You got your cross-sell in the buy box, money back guarantee. You got your Boom laid out sales page. So everything looks good. You're just missing social proof videos of actual customers, real user generated content. This Hallmark Home and Family segment, you might get that up here in the carousel.
Your serum, both before in the morning when you first wake up
you
and before
actually.
bed.
In the clean beauty.
That is,
That's just a
it can
sales
be
video.
first. It's first,
I don't
and
know how
then
to
you
turn
put.
this off. Okay. So you got a sales video up here, but you need some user-generated content. I think what's going to sell this is actual users. You've got like the professional third-party social proof, which is great, and the sales videos, but it all looks a little. There's not a lot of life to it. It looks very, clean and pristine kind of situation. So it needs a little bit more realness, right? Like, So we've got our clean, nice stuff, but we've also got real women, as an example. Real users of the actual product. So we got our professional pictures, but they're more, they're less sort of stock photo-y than the ones you had, right? There's a real woman, and we got like actual real people. I think you're a little sort of, almost looks like some level of fake. So I think there's just a vibe thing. And then of course it's how good your ad videos are. Okay. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I actually got to jump. I'm going to keep this one short today. Thank you for showing up. I'm sorry I didn't get to all of your questions. I will do this again in a month. And next month, I'm going to be talking about promotions and Facebook ads. And I'll go through, if I'll grab some of the links from this that you posted, and I'll be able to do critiques and breakdowns. I can also critique your ads. I mean, obviously the landing pages and the sales funnel is very important, but you may want to submit ads to be critiqued because advertising and ad assets are arguably more important than than landing pages at this point for scaling e-commerce. Thanks so much for spending some time with me. Check out Zipify, Zipify.com, and I'll catch up with you guys soon.